up, everybody? Welcome to Make It Kustom. Today is a very special day in history for myself and Japhandskustoms. We're picking up a 1939 Lincoln Zephyr. It's a project that I've always wanted to do. I never thought it was going to be possible just because of how sought after the cars are, how rare they are, and how I've actually never seen one in person locally here other than this one that came for sale. And we just did what we had to do to make it happen. We bought and sold some stuff. We flipped a car, the 55 Chevy. That's on YouTube as well. You can probably find a link somewhere in the description for that video. Today we're going to hop on the ferry and go all the way to Vancouver Island to finally pick up the car. A couple months ago, I went over there with my buddy Adam and we checked the car out, and I didn't have the money to buy it. This is the most money I've ever spent on anything. It's a project car. It's 15 grand, which I think is still an amazing deal. The guy's got 27K in receipts with this car. Engine's brand new. It's virtually rust-free. It's not quite rust-free, but virtually rust-free. 100% complete, and it's a four-door. The only reason why it's not 100 grand is because it's a four-door. So my personal idea for the car and like what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert it to a chopped three-window coupe. I've always wanted a chopped three-window coupe. Those are way harder to find than anything. I mean, maybe it's harder to get a convertible Zephyr or something. Anyway, that's what I want, chopped three-window coupe. So that's what we're going to do with this car. Right now, we're heading to pick up my buddy Adam. He's going to roll with us. Steve's behind the camera, obviously, and we're going to make a day of this. So let's go pick him up and get on the island. Alright, we're about 5 minutes away from seeing Norm with the Zephyr, and I'm so stoked we're getting the Zephyr! It's like an arranged marriage. Getting a car like that you know you're gonna have for a long time. I can't believe it exists, really.
I never had kids, so this is
One of your children.
yeah. It is.
just want to thank you so much for this car.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. It's actually a dream of mine to own a 39 Lincoln Zephyr. So you made one of my personal dreams come true, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah, well, it kind of helps me out too, and gives it a future, which is great. Makes me happy.
All right, here it is. Zephyr's home. It's in the shop now. We unloaded all the parts. We went through everything, kind of made sure, double checked and accounted for everything here. And it looks like we're not missing anything. The only thing that we might be missing is the lens and the bezel for the clock that goes in the waterfall grille here. Everything else is here. I mean, there's a taillight lens missing, which Norm already told us about, and that's it. I mean, every piece of trim, those are the things that I was worried about. Any part that's Zephyr only that you can't find easily, like, you can't find any of this stuff. Anybody that has a Zephyr probably is looking for parts too. So for this car to be preserved and complete, it's incredible. And I thank Norm so much for having this much love for this car. I think I have as much love as well. We found all kinds of stuff. He's got like little diaries of all the work that's been done with the date and what happened. He's extremely meticulous at keeping record. He even kept all the pieces, you know, little bits of rust that got cut out and replaced over the years. He kept all that stuff. All the interior, I mean, every single nut and bolt. He's got little bins everywhere of all the nuts and bolts. Everything's labeled. Couldn't have been any better. I mean, you can't write this stuff. I don't even know how this happened, but I'm extremely excited. So I just want to show you the car a little bit. Now that it's here, I'm going to kind of go over it with you. Look at that hood ornament. Everything on this car is super, super streamlined. It's the epitome of Art Deco. 1939 is like, that's when the war started. Everything was kind of on the up and up, and then all of a sudden the war happened. But look at the streamline of this car. Like, everything is curved. There's not one straight line on this car. Everything has that airflow, aerodynamic, teardrop shape, peaked fenders. The body lines, they're just nothing like it. Zephyrs they're special. I've personally never seen one with my own eyes in Canada. I've been to a lot of car shows. I've never seen one. I've seen one in person in the States. Now, there's a few of them around. They're a pretty rare car. I don't think that many of them survived. But man, it's a pleasure to own one. The whole plan for this car is to make it into the 3-window coupe. It's gonna be a hell of a challenge for me. It's gonna push my metalworking skills. It's gonna be something that I'm gonna have to learn new skills for. I'll probably have to make some tools for. It's gonna involve making an entire new roof all the way. It's gonna involve making a whole new trunk. The coupe lines, they start here. So this, it comes like this, and then this is sort of like the catwalk area, and then it starts coming up for the coupe. So the doors are gonna have to be extended. Inner structure of the door has to be built. The door skins have to be extended. The roof has to be built. The door jamb has to be built. The quarter panels have to be built. The roof and the trunk, those all have to be handmade, hand-shaped. It's gonna be a project, a big one. I can't wait to do it. It's just incredible. I'm gonna show you the dash. The dash is one of the coolest things. It's like a Zephyr only thing. A lot of the reasons why a lot of these cars didn't survive, I mean, I guess it's not a reason why they didn't survive, but they got picked over. If any of these cars were ever sitting anywhere, that dash is what people want in their bombs. So guys making 30s bombs, 36 Fords, you got a Zephyr dash, man, that's the tits, right? Look at this. Dual glove boxes, which we have, ashtrays, everything's symmetrical. This is what they call a waterfall dash, because those Art Deco lines fall all the way down. It's beautiful. And then look at that shifter. Look at the placement of the shifter. It comes up behind this waterfall dash and comes out the side of it. There's a little slot in the side panel of that waterfall that the shifter comes out of. That's a Zephyr thing. I've never seen another car that does that either. doors close nice. Because this car was inside for 46 years, everything stayed like lubricated. Nothing's crunchy, nothing dried out. All the rubbers that he has for it, they're all still gushy. Man, this car is just incredible. I don't know how these circumstances came together. It's amazing. Here's that hood ornament. That's how you open the hood. Like again, look at the lines of the hood ornament. Look at the lines of this car. It's that airflow Art Deco at its finest. So here we go. That's how you open this hood to reveal the piece de resistance. V12 flathead Lincoln engine, aluminum heads, aluminum intake. These motors were really cool. They were in some really cool boats. They're a pretty cool engine. They had some cooling problems that were later fixed after the war, 46, I believe. They went to cast iron heads. They did some upgrades to it to make them cool better. But this one has been gone over, so I'm sure everything that's could be done has been done. He said all engine internals are brand new. It's been blueprinted, which means they've like mic'd and checked all the tolerances on everything, and we probably have paperwork to prove that. Radiator's been redone, the transmission's been gone through, underneath the car's been fully gone through and re-undercoated. So he was really planning on trying to save this car. He told me that somebody came over from the mainland, where I'm from, and rewired the whole car. He's got wiring schematics from Lincoln Zephyr, and every wire was replaced exactly as per stock. Pretty neat. The whole point of me getting it is to make it the 3-window coupe that I've always wanted, the chopped 3-window coupe. I'm gonna customize it. I don't wanna butcher the car by any means. Some people might consider me butchering it by making it a 3-window from a 4-door. I don't consider that a butcher job because I'm gonna do what I have to make it coach built so that you can't tell. Like, I'm going to shape those panels. I'm not going to weld a bunch of squares together and mess it all up. I'm going to make sure that I learn the skills, if I don't have them, to make that exactly how it's supposed to be. I'm going to try and do the best job I can. I'm going to have a blast learning all the way along. And I might even use it as an excuse to make some machines, because there's a body line here. I'm going to have to make a new quarter panel. This door has to be extended to become a 2-door. We have to be a few inches longer here. So I'll use part of this skin attached to this skin, rebuild the inside of the door. I'll have to remake the inner structure of the door to be the larger door. And then there'll be a quarter panel that I'll have to fabricate here. I'll have to make new roof skin, new trunk jam, the lip, the seals, an incredible amount of metalwork. But the beauty is that I'm a metalwork guy. I love metalwork. That's where my heart is. That's where it is for me. And as far as engine mechanicals, that's not my expertise. An expert's already done it. This is like the perfect marriage, this car and me, and what we're about to do. The other thing that I'm gonna do to this car eventually is aircraft hydraulics. Now, I'm just gonna quickly talk to you a little bit about those. People are like, well, what do you mean? Lowriders, they started with aircraft hydraulics. Before there were the newer lowriders like 1970s, 1980s, the ones with the little wheels. You know, I love those cars too. But predating that, Bill Hines, who you might know as the lead slinger, he's a famous customizer that is credited as the beginning of all lowriding. He's the father of hydraulic lowriding. So in the 50s, he would go to the scrapyard and he would take the landing gear hydraulics off of like bomber aircraft that fought in the war. These great little Pesco pumps, separate tanks. They're just really cool mechanical hydraulic pieces, and he would put them into Mercs, you know, like big lead sleds, which was what he was building at the time. They weren't lowriders of today that people really know. They were like traditional customs of the 50s that Bill Hines would actually put hydraulics into. And so then, you know, like the bombs were getting hydraulics, and then into the 60s and the 70s, those cars were getting hydraulics. In the 80s, those cars are getting hydraulics. Those are different kinds of hydraulics. Those were more liftgate pump hydraulics, but the old original hydraulics from the 30s, 40s, those airplane hydraulics, they're gonna make it into this car. I wanna be able to lower it and raise it with aircraft hydraulics. That's the dream for me, is I just want this beautiful, chopped, super sleek, custom Lincoln Zephyr with aircraft hydraulics, everything on it predating 1950. That's my dream. This is the car that's gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it custom. So this is part 1, us getting the car. Thanks everybody for watching. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, click notifications. You don't wanna miss out on any of our weekly videos. We've got 2 videos a week coming at you right now. We're gonna try and ramp that up in due time. But for now, this is it. Thanks a lot for watching Make It Kustom, everybody. We'll catch you next time.